Kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming live from San Marcos in California. Oops, hang on. There we go. Hope you're all having a super fantastic sparkling day. It has been a very busy day around here this morning. Just got my trash sitting up on the counter. We'll just slide this way a little bit so you don't see my trash sitting on the counter. We had day one. Let's see. Got my grades for the last week. For week 4. So I'm over halfway through my genealogical principles class. So week 4, I missed a couple of true-false questions. I got them back to front. But that's okay. That's okay. I was half asleep when I did the assessment. And it just means that I got to be more observant next time. So this week we're starting with a whole new instructor team for the next 2 weeks. So we have the same instructor and facilitators for the next 2 weeks. And we are starting on, crush. We are starting on, oh, that one's not it. This one. What am I starting on? I don't know. We got the invitation from, we got the introduction from the new facilitator and our new instructor along with the facilitators. And I honestly cannot remember what this week's thing is about. I know I have started reading it. I've started reading it. I have. I tell you, I started reading it. Hang on, let's see if I can quickly find it in here. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of reading, and this time we even get graded on our participation in the study guide. There we go. We even get graded on our participation in the discussions. So those that have not been participating in discussions are now going to have to participate in discussions because it makes up part of the grade. And so from here on out for the next 3 weeks, we're going to get graded on our participation in the discussions. And so this week we're looking at reliable resources and again, looking at the genealogy standards, making sure we're in compliance with those. And we've got a lot of reading to do this time. I mean, I went in and had a look at the different articles, and none of them are under 5 pages long, and they're little tiny print. But that's okay. That's okay. I like to read. So this will be good. And then we're going to go in there and find the details out of there and all that sort of stuff too. So, yeah, one of my things I'm going to do this evening is go in and have a look at the assessment that's due next Monday. And that way I have it off to the side so that as I'm working through things, I can go in and check every now and again because all the assessments are all open book. And, oh, well, that's interesting. My little ring light just went out. I guess it needs a little more juice to keep working, but that's okay. I've been dealing with a shadow across my face, and so I had to go out because I discovered that one of the things I bought over from storage yesterday was I was looking in one of the bags and I thought, there's a printer, and I need to print documents tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday. I have to print documents on Thursday. And I was sort of like, and it had some ink in there, but I thought, I have no paper. So I had to go find a Staples or an Office Depot or something, and traffic was horrendous out there. And there's like 2 major accidents out there on the 78. So, or at least one that I know of. Yeah, that might have been the one they were racing to. But there's been a lot of emergency vehicles heading in that direction. And so found Staples, remembered where Staples was and figured out how to get there. And it was interesting. Oh, that's changed. Oh, that's just amazing what's changed in the last, when was I around this way again? 2019, beginning of 2020. So it's amazing to see how much has changed since January of 2020. February of 2020, when I was last in this area before I headed off. Actually, no, I was still in the old house. So September of 2020. So it's amazing how much has changed in that short amount of time. considering the fact that, there's been this global pause going on and people not working and things closing down and all of that. So it's good to come back and see everything alive again, and places that were under construction are now finished, and things that were empty are now full. So it was kind of interesting driving around, and I realized I need new wipers on my car while I was doing that. I got a bug splatter on there, and so I was washing it off with the thing, and my whole windscreen is just like a smeared mess. So I'm trying to find clear pieces to peer through. I know I shouldn't have been driving like that. I did have paper towels in the back, I guess, but then I've been finding somewhere to pull over, and it was dark, and we're in an industrial area, and that ain't happening with me by myself. But found the staples, went in, got fresh cartridges for the printer, got some new paper, got in and picked up a ring light because of this shadow from the lamp that's sitting right here. Even if I have all the other lights on, there's still the shadow across my eyes. So I figured, get a little ring light. So I got this fancy spreadsheet little ring light. It's busy charging. And it changes colors, and it's even got rainbow colors too. So that will be very cool when I get that working tomorrow. So I'll let it charge up overnight and all that sort of stuff too. So, but yeah, we had the event, the day one of the event today. It went pretty well. It was good. We had good turnout and good retention through the day, because normally on Zoom you get a lot of people leaving, a lot of people coming in and that sort of thing. So we stayed consistent throughout the day on the numbers, which was pretty cool. And we've got day 2 tomorrow. And tonight I am going to tackle the large suitcase. But it was really cool because yesterday I was going through the suitcases and I'm sitting here going, kind of cold. Sweatpants would be good. And I thought, hang on, you got some sitting on the couch there that you pulled out yesterday. And so this shirt here is one of my favorite shirts. I got it at Luxor in Vegas. Whoops, hang on. I'm going to get this around to it. It's got Luxor in Vegas across the back of it. But it's a very, very comfy shirt, and I absolutely love it. And so, of course, all the stuff I pulled out yesterday was all my winter clothing, all my long sleeve shirts, my really comfy camisoles that I really like, especially in the wintertime. They may be very thin, but when Brad and I were in Europe for the Christmas market cruises, I'll tell you, those camisoles kept me really, really warm. And I found a pair of my slip-on shoes that I absolutely love. And surprisingly enough, even though I've worn them and they're a little damaged at some place in the lining on one of them, I was able to get because I couldn't flip the tongue of the shoe up properly enough because it's a slip-on shoe. So I managed to get it up enough and slip my phone in there to take a clear picture of it. So now I know the make, the model, and the size of shoe that it is. So when those ones, when I have to replace those ones, I know what size I need and all that sort of stuff. So yes. And then I found my jackets my fleecy jacket that I'd been looking for. And it was like Christmas, opening up these suitcases and finding all my winter clothes. So today I was sitting here and I had on yoga shorts this morning along with my sparkly top because, it was a Zoom. And I was sitting there and I'm like, it's getting really cold in here. And so at the next break, I went and put on my sweatpants, just over top of the yoga shorts, put my sweatpants on, and I found my fluffy socks. And I was like, yes, my fluffy socks. I like my fluffy socks. So I put them on too. It was just very comfortable for the rest of the day. It was nice. And so I was sort of like, why did I bother bringing any clothes with me? But no, and I found my Tigger sweatshirt, which I absolutely love. So it was kind of, and I found there's one t-shirt of Brad's that I've got, which is at the RV, and then I've got 2 long sleeve USC ones because he went to University of Southern Cal. So I've got 2 long sleeve shirts from that and his old pajama bottoms, which have USC all over them, the red and gold. And I'm just sort of like, they keep falling off, and I thought, thank goodness it still has the tie waisty thingy on it because then I can pull them in. But I think those ones are getting a little threadbare, so they'll probably end up getting trashed. But we'll see. It's some stuff it's time to release and let go and all of that sort of thing. And I was looking through some of the other boxes, and I found the keyboard to the computer, found the computers as well. And I thought, that would be really good today on the laptop, because the laptop I actually had sitting on a box because it was too low and I didn't want to sit there looking down at everything. And so I got a laptop stand because I don't have one for the laptop to sit on when I'm working on it. So now it's up at a nice height and it's all compact and everything, and it's right here in front of me. And yes, so I'm very happy, very set up here right now. for the event tomorrow, and then I have Zoom calls on Thursday to do as well. So it's going to come out very, very handy with all of that. So yeah, it's been a very good day. And if you didn't see it on Facebook this morning, I got to eat my apple fritter, which is about this big. And I do not exaggerate. I do not exaggerate and these things I like about this thick. I didn't show you the thickness of it. I showed you how big it was because I had it on not the dinner plate, but the small salad plate. It's sitting on a small salad plate, just to give you some idea on the size, but I didn't show you how thick it is at the highest parts, about this thick. And I had to, because I don't use microwaves, I was like, I need to heat this up. And the only thing we have here to heat it up with was the microwave. If I was at home, I would have stuck it in the air fryer for a couple of minutes. That would have heated it up nicely. That would have given a nice little crunchy. Yeah, ooh, that would have been good. Maybe I'll get no. I'm not going that way. Bummer. Anyway, so I had to figure out how the microwave worked because I don't use them. But I did figure out how to do it and got it in there and got it heated up, and oh, it was so good. That was so good. That was breakfast this morning. But yeah, so we're starting the new genealogy class week starts today. So I've got a lot of reading to do on this one, not just textbooks, but there's several articles that we read throughout the week. And I've got to keep an eye on the discussions because we get graded on those. So I have to participate. And it's not just responding to other ones. It's actually creating threads in the discussions on topics to talk about that's on topic with what the discussion is to be about. Because I'll say, go and like in the past week, they've turned around and said, go read this article. Here's some questions. Pick one question, one topic and one question to answer, and then go and create a thread for it and put in there what your observations were about that answers that question, and then make sure that you respond to other ones as well. So this week we've been told being graded on our discussion, not only in responding to other people's discussions, but creating our own discussions. I'm like, let the fun begin. It's going to be awesome. So yes, I'm not sure how much of the grade that makes up. I'll have to go back to the syllabus and have a look at that. But yeah, it's going to be a fun week this week. So we've got this instructor for 2 weeks. So week 4 and 5. Hang on, 5 and 6. And then week 7, we have another instructor with her facilitator team. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And that last week, we're doing genetics and DNA. So I'm really looking forward to that one because it's starting to play a bigger role now in genealogy. And so it's something I'm going to need to know how it works and all of that sort of stuff so I can make sure I'm doing it correctly, researching correctly, because DNA will prove the blood relation, but genealogy will prove how you're related. So this is a very good tip. If you're doing anything on Ancestry or MyTreeDNA or 23andMe and all of that, and it turns around and says, this person is your second cousin, a second or third cousin, or a fourth or sixth cousin, somewhere in the 4 to 6 cousin range, don't go, oh, that's who they are. Okay. Yes, all of the DNA does is show that you are related to that person by blood. You now need to do the genealogy side of it to figure out how you are related. So that's contacting them, finding out who they are, how you could possibly, looking for that common grandparent that you have in common to figure out how you could be related. So making sure that you have your tree done at least a great grandparent, possibly say second great grandparent as well, so that when you're talking to these people who are distant cousins and stuff, you can see where that relationship will come into your tree. So it's a lot of fun. I love that. But right now I'm tired. I'm going to go have some dinner, and I just realized I didn't do my cards this morning. Now I usually put my little story cards out there. I haven't done that yet today, so I'd have to go do that first. Yes, can't miss the cards. They're fun. They're fun cards. I don't even know what today's one is, but we'll get it figured out. Anyway, so I'm out of here. Go have a super fun. Oh, and tonight I'm going to watch Quantum of Solace. So the goal is to read an article while I have dinner, and then while I unpack the large suitcase, watch Quantum of Solace. So that's the plan. Hopefully we'll get some good sleep tonight. It was a little weird last night trying to sleep. New bed, first night in a new bed. So finding that little comfy spot that you can snuggle down into and things like that. Answer me this. Why is it? I don't think I've ever noticed it before, but the hotel I stayed in, the Hotel Angelino, and this one, when I go and lay down in bed, I feel like the head of the bed is slightly lower than the foot of the bed. Isn't that weird? But then once I get on my side and I always travel, if I'm driving, I always take my own pillows, my body pillow and my pillow. But once I got settled on my side, that feeling went away. It was just when I was laying on my back, I had that feeling. I thought, I didn't get that when I'm in the RV. So who knows? Anyway, I am out of here. Let's see, what's Quantum? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, yeah, Quantum of Solace is the sequel to Casino Royale. And it starts off and Quantum of Solace starts off where Casino Royale leaves off. And I don't remember much more than that. Like I said the other night, I haven't watched Daniel Craig movies as much as I've watched the others. So I think I might have to do a mid-year Daniel Craig one just to catch up on the repeat viewings and things like that of the movies and stuff, so it starts to stick a little better. But anyway, go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys tomorrow evening. What's something fun that happened in your day today? Let us know in the comments below. I always like to know what fun stuff people are up to these days. But go out, have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow. Hei konara.